Hey guys, hello. It is AuthorAseera, and we are back for a reality show review or recap, whichever one you want to call it. I guess both. So we are going to be doing Love and Lockup season 5. So like and subscribe. Oh, we have happy news. Thank you guys for rocking with me. We have over 1.3K subscribers. So thank you guys for subscribe to the channel, like the video, share, comment, and let's go in. Okay, so I used to be addicted to Love After Lockup. Like that was my show. Like I was not missing an episode. But then I stopped watching it. Then they started doing like the Love During Lockup and then going to the Love After Lockup. Then couples would come in, couples would go out, you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't following all of that. And plus I was busy like writing books and things like that. So I wasn't keeping up with it anymore. But I was like, you know what? Let me get back and see, what they doing. Because I was looking for another reality show that I enjoyed and I know that other people enjoy to review. So I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and get back on this Love After Lockup. Was not disappointed when I did. And to be quite honest, I had watched a few episodes. So the first couple that I'm going to be talking about is Brittany and Ky Rock. And I remember like going through the channels, a few months ago and seeing this episode where you had this couple and the girl Brittany, very pretty girl, and her hair is always herring. Let me just say that her hair stays herring. So but she's a hairdresser, so she always looks nice, pretty little young girl. So her person that she's with is Ky Rock, and Ky Rock was locked up for I want to say 7 years for robbery. So she met Ky Rock in prison. So the thing about Ky Rock is that Ky Rock was born a female, but began the transition to male in prison, if I'm not mistaken. So they met each other in the women's prison. To look at Ky Rock, he looks like a man. You wouldn't be able to tell. However, Brittany family, and she's uh Puerto Rican or something like that. I don't just speak Spanish. I don't want to, miss say what she is, but or disrespect, her heritage, but they do speak Spanish. They're Catholic. They don't believe, in the relationship that she's in. They don't believe in a lot of things that she does. So she doesn't get a lot of support from anybody but her grandmother. So they've been together for a while. And so, when I'm glancing at my notes. So when we meet them, Brittany is at the hotel. She's getting everything set up for Ky Rock to come home. But they're going to be living with Ky Rock's mom, and Ky Rock's mom and Brittany get along really, really well. So they seem to really love each other. But it's just like her family is worried that if she continues the relationship with Ky Rock, first of all, I think it is an issue with the fact that Ky Rock is trans, but then also it's like this is somebody who's still in prison. This is somebody who was living that life of crime out there, robbing people, doing this, that, and the other. If you continue in a relationship with this person, is this person going to get you back into what you were doing that had you locked up? Which is a valid concern. You know what I'm saying? When you got family, and they've been locked up, you don't want them to, be dealing with people who you feel like might drag them back into the life. However, I don't really get that feeling from Ky Rock. Ky Rock seemed like, he out and he, what I'm saying, about his business or whatever. So she goes and picks Ky Rock up. She's really nervous and she's anxious, but they see each other and, something I thought was weird was like his mom, she was on the phone with his mom. I think his mom's name is Tammy. Yeah, I think it's Tammy. And Tammy's like, I shouldn't dress sexy, right? Like, I'm like, why would you be dressing sexy for your son to get out of prison? You know what I'm saying? Like, that was weird to me, but I mean, maybe she was joking. I just ain't, I was like, what? That's weird. That's weird. But, she's getting everything ready for Key Rock to come home. Um, the thing with Brittany is that Brittany has 20 years hanging over her head. So, I guess she's on parole, probation, or whatever. And if she get in trouble, she go back. That's 20 years. So, of course, her family is concerned about that. Um, and rightfully so. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of time. That's a lot of time. So, one thing I can say is that Key Rock seems sincere. Um, he seems sincere, in his love of Britney and like changing his life around and everything. But like when he got out, started rapping, I was like, typical. Uh, I hate to say it like that, but yeah, I mean that's like damn near everybody that gets out, you know what I'm saying, of prison is a rapper. You know what I'm saying now. Or you know what I'm saying? So when he got out and like, did a little rep for her or whatever, and she's like, oh my gosh, she's like, I don't know, she's so easily impressed. But she's so in love with Key Rock. I don't know. Okay. You can't you like that's the type of love, you can't drag them away. You can't drag her away from Key Rock. You cannot. Mm. Caramel ribbon frappuccino today, y'all. That's what we sipping on. So yeah, like she's really, really in love with Key Rock. So there was a once Key Rock comes out and they go to the house, he does have a moment with his mom, and he was concerned because his mom has never seen him in person looking the way that he looks, like, after his transition, looking so much like a man. So he was kind of concerned about how his family, like his mom, his brothers, and his mom's boyfriend, were going to take it, like seeing him. But his mom did not have any issue with it. She loves Key Rock for who he is. She was, just happy that her baby was home. Like that's all she was on. Like she was happy that her baby was home. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So that was like, something nice to see that, his fears were kind of like unfounded. But I could understand the fear, you know what I'm saying? Because you're transitioning and you know what I'm saying, they haven't seen you like this and you come out and you look like a man. Like literally if Key Rock was walking down the street, you would not know that that was somebody that was transitioning. Like you would just think that that was a man walking down the street. So the family was very receptive of that. But then we find out in an emotional moment that Key Rock's mom actually was fighting cancer and was doing cancer treatments while he was locked up, and he would like try to call his mom while his mom was at treatment and things like that. And she's very self-conscious about her face and her hands and things like that because the chemotherapy kind of like discolored her face and her hands and stuff a little bit. But he's assuring her she's still beautiful and apologizing. I really like the dynamic between Brittany and Key Rock, and Brittany and Tammy, and Key Rock and Tammy, and then like all three of them as a whole. Like they really seem like they in a cool space. But I remember, let me go back, right? So I remember watching a while back and seeing an episode where this person, like this girl who I now know is Brittany, was in a doctor's office, and Key Rock was still locked up and was on the phone, and they were talking about doing in vitro fertilization, or IVF, or some type of way for them to get pregnant, since technically they're both would be technically be females, but Key Rock is just trans, and has not had like a surgery to take him from the bottom surgery or the top surgery, which he says that he does want to get the top surgery and he's looking into the bottom surgery. However, technically they're both still female. So the doctor was saying Key Rock would have to come off of the testosterone that he's taking for like 3 months and then go through another process for like 3 more weeks. So he was going to like grow his boobs back and all that. Key Rock, I remember Key Rock on the phone like, hell no, hell no. So Brittany like, oh, we're just getting the information, we're just finding out, what I'm saying, about the situation. They're still relatively young, but I can understand Brittany wanting to get the information because eventually they want to have a baby and they know they can't do it naturally. So, and they want the baby to be biologically theirs, you know what I'm saying, or one of theirs, you know what I'm saying. So Brittany's like, okay, let's get the information. But Key Rock ain't hearing none of that. Key Rock like, hell no, hell no, hell to the no, no, no. So Key Rock is like, I'm not coming off my testosterone. I'm not trying to grow no chest or nothing like that. So put a pin in that conversation because they definitely damn sure come back to it. So yeah, they had like their emotional moment, they had their reunion, cooked some food, ate, you know what I'm saying, all of that. And he was eating so fast. Like his mom was like, why you eat so fast? But he was saying like he eat fast because in prison it wasn't that he was afraid nobody was gonna take his food, but they would come over there and ask for his food. He was not sharing. So, but you know what? When people get out of prison, because I've had family members that did time, they do have like they have something with them. You know what I'm saying? Like the way that, because they've been in prison, so they had to carry themselves a certain way. I remember my nephew used to like walk back and forth, and we had like the little pull up thing that you put, like in between the rooms or whatever. He's just like walk back and forth, do some pull ups, stop, do some push ups. You know what I'm saying? And they like eat like gardening food and stuff like that, and that's kind of like what Key Rock is on. So that you kind of saw that part, like you just kind of saw like the aftermath of getting out, and the fact that he ain't had no soul food a minute, so he was running it up because his mom, saying she threw it down in the kitchen because her baby was home, and that's what you do. So then you see like the next day, So they go to the hotel, you know, that night, Brittany and Ky Rock. And whatever, whatever. Y'all know what happened. Y'all know what happened. So next day they're supposed to go to the probation officer so he can go check in. How about they at the wrong damn office? They at the wrong damn office. They up in Richmond, Virginia, which to be honest is not far from me. Probably like an hour and a half, 2 hours. So they up that way or whatever. So he like, babe, like you took me to the wrong parole office. Like, you know what I'm saying? What's good? She's like, oh, I thought you had to go to this one. So they have to rush to get to the other one. But thank God he did not get in trouble because it was a storm and they was like, oh, the power was out and blah, 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 blah. So he didn't get in trouble or whatever. He got, everything that he needed to get as far as that was situated. So like my first impression of Ky Rock and Brittany are, I mean, they cool, like, you know what I'm saying? They love each other. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Ky Rock is sincere because trust me, some of these people that's getting out, some of these they can't get right. They just cannot get right. But I just don't feel like Ky Rock is one of the people that can't get right. So this is like kind of like an introduction to the couples, and then we'll get like in the other videos we'll get like deeper into the stuff that they got going on. So then we got in Georgia we got Rieka and Assante. Lord, good Lord in the morning. Okay, so Rieka done gathered up her two teenage daughters, moved them to Georgia. I think she was living in Georgia, but like some hours away from where Asante was locked up. They moved them so she could be with Asante, right? Asante, I think is the name. Um, so they move, right? So she goes to pick Asante up from prison, and he got some kind of detainer or something like that at the jail. So she got to come. That's like 4,000, over $4,000. Last minute, that I would have been like, well, sir, I guess you sitting, okay, because we ain't discussed this $3,000 that you had hanging over your head that you had to have known you had hanging over your head, and I moved my girls down here to pick you up, and now you got 4,000. Now you tell them you need $4,000 before they let you go. They done took you from point A to point B, and you supposed to be coming home. Like, what's the deal? Like, what's T? So she come up with the $3,000, with $3,000 of it, and so he tells her, oh, hold on, let me back up. He was locked up for grand theft auto and robbery. Okay, all right. So I just want to put that out there. And she's some kind of performer, or personality or whatever. So anyway, so he tells her, all right, my peoples, watch out when they say peoples, y'all. They say peoples. Who's your people? Let me see pictures of y'all growing up together, playing together, say at the family barbecue, all of this, because y'all be playing. Okay, so he like, my people's gonna send you the other $1,100 or whatever. So she like, all right, bet. So his peoples sends her the other $1,100. She, pays what needs to be paid. And then, while she's sitting out there waiting for them to release him, she talking to the peoples, who is, his auntie. That's how he, refers to the woman, is his auntie. And she like, okay, so you Asante auntie, right? She like, nah, I'm his girlfriend. Rieka like, no, you must have misunderstood me, sis. I mean, ma'am, I said you Asante's aunt, right? No, I'm his girlfriend. The way Rieka let that, like, glossed over that and was like, well, I'm gonna just deal with that later because he coming home, and I'll deal with that later. No, 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 no. They don't deal with that later. She was like, we just got to this point, and I'm just so excited to see him and get him. As soon as he came out, I would have been going in, because the way I would have dragged him through that parking lot, sir, you trying to play me. You talking about that's your people's, that's your auntie, and you got her sending me money, and to help get you out or whatever. And really, that's some other chick that you messing with, and I done moved my whole life down here for you. I don't care if it's from one city to the next. Cities, some cities be hours. Virginia long as hell. Like, when I be on my way home from Philly, the longest part is getting out of Virginia. Once I'm out of Virginia, I'm like 2 hours from home, but it takes like 3 hours to get out this jank. So it's like, some, what I'm saying, and she uprooting her children, her family, everything, for you to be playing on her top like that. So they get to it a little bit in the truck over it or whatever, but she don't really go in the way that I feel like she should be going in. You know what I'm saying? Like she really not. So like the whoo, and then she like, oh, I'm gonna just have to keep my foot on his ass and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, okay. So, they had a little argument about like loyalty or trust or whatever, but to me, he was gaslighting her. You know what I'm saying? He gaslighting her. Then the chick, if I'm not mistaken, calls back or texts her back. Yeah, calls and while they in the truck and he talking to her, and so she getting all she bucking on him. She was bucking on him a little bit, like, no, you know what I'm saying, that's supposed to be your auntie, and she says she your girl, this, that, and other. So he starts to flip it on some, oh, what you want to leave me? What you want to leave me? And da da da. We come this far. I'm like, the gaslighting that was going on in that vehicle was enough to get them from point A to point B. She ain't had to stop and fill up because the gassing he was doing in there would get them wherever they need to be easy, easy. So she like, no, she ain't gonna leave. They get back to the house, right? This man, I cannot. This man, they have sex, of course, because when you come out of prison, what you want to do, you want to have sex, right? They have sex about 3 to 4 hours straight. He knew what he was doing. He put that ass to sleep, right? He puts that ass to sleep, and you know what he do? He leave and go see Auntie. And not only do he go and see Auntie, he just don't come back. Do y'all hear what I'm saying to y'all? This dude did not come back. It's not like he went to go see Auntie because he's like, oh, he had to go pick the phone up because apparently Auntie, which is really his girlfriend, had a phone for him. He went and got the phone, but he did not come back. Like she literally, Renika literally had to hire a private investigator. Like her bestie hooked her up with a private investigator to find out where the girlfriend was and where Asante was. And they met, like literally had to meet up with a private investigator. I wish, TF, I would. I wish, TF, I would. You mean to tell me that I done put money on your books? You came out, I gave you 3,000 more dollars because you had a detainer hanging over your head when I got two teenage girls at home that I could have put that money to use for them. Okay. And I just moved here, uprooted my whole life for you. For you to slang me the dick and for a few hours and then creep off into the sunset with another chick. And I gotta hire Magnum P.I to find your ass. Renika, Neek, Neek, Neek. You better than me, sis. You better than me. I can't do it. I can't do it. Not go. Not I. The way, and this, she did find out that she could revoke his bail. If she wants to. She could go take her money back, and then he go get back in prison. So I'm gonna end it where she meets up with the private investigator. They're finding out where Asante and the auntie girlfriend, that's what we're gonna call her, auntie girlfriend is, and she's deciding, do she want to take her money back and let him go back to prison or jail or whatever, and or do she want to, like, what I'm saying, just find out what's going on and dead the issue. But the whole like he played in her face, and literally 24 hours later, not even, he straight skated on her. Like I ain't never seen. That's why I said everybody is not Ky Rock. Everybody's not Ky Rock. He could not get himself together. Like I don't care. You've been down for 10 years, however long you've been down. You play too much. I that took me out. That took me the hell out. It did. It really did. So our next couple, and I'm not even going. I don't even think I'm gonna do. It's so many couples, right? So like I said, this is an introduction to the couples, right? So it's just like we just talking a little bit. So the next couple is Anthony and Sheree. And Anthony's been locked up for 6 years for burglary. And Sheree is a human resources manager, right? So here's the thing with them. They was together when they was like 14, 15 years old. And then they broke up. So they rekindled when he was locked up. So they were in a relationship previously or whatever. So she moved from New York to Florida because they are from New York, but she moved from New York to Florida, and I don't know. And somebody said like she love a bum or something like that, but they back together or whatever, and she's waiting for him to come home. So she come home one day, and how about his mom is in her kitchen cooking? I said, I know the lies you tell, ma'am, ma'am. This is not the community kitchen. Why are you over here cooking in my kitchen? Because the mom had a key to her house, and I'm like, see, y'all do too much, too fast. That's what y'all do. Y'all do too much too fast. Because why your mom got a key to my house? You not even home yet. Like this my house. You know what I'm saying? Your mom just in here. I come home and she, frying chicken and cooking eggs and you know what I'm saying, making some potato salad. It's a ma'am, what are we doing? You ain't got the kitchen, your gas ain't on, your electric is off. Like why you over here cooking? Ain't told me nothing. But they got like this little, funny relationship or whatever. So the mom was talking and she was like, she been rocking with Anthony while he been in and out of prison and in and out of trouble. But she was like, if he go back, she not doing it no more because one thing that is true is that when you're with somebody, if you're a family member or a loved one or in a relationship with somebody who's in jail, you are doing that time with them. Trust and believe you are doing that time with them. You know what I'm saying? Like you worried about them. Sometimes they can call, sometimes they can't call. They need money on their books. They might need money for some other stuff that they got going on. Like it's visitation, can you visit them? Whether regardless if you visit them or not, if you're looking out for them, then you looking out for them. You know what I'm saying? So because money be a big thing in there, you know what I'm saying? And making sure that they cool, making sure they safe, you know what I'm saying, to the best of your ability, being there for them because like when they locked up, they kind of feel like the world is going on without, what I'm saying, without them and everybody's forgetting about them. So, you be like making your best effort for them not to feel that way. You know what I'm saying? To be like, all right, no, like I'm here for you or whatever. It is what it is. You writing letters, you know what I'm saying? It's phone calls. Now they got tablets, you know what I'm saying? So y'all messaging on the tablets. Some of them got phones, as we know. If they do have phones, then y'all talking, however through the phones. But then they got to hide the phone, put the phone up. You know what I'm saying? The phone, they done clicked the damn blocker, so now they can't talk on the phone no more. And let me tell you, it's a time. It's a time. It is a time. Don't ask me. So I heard. It's a time. So you are doing that time with them. And his mom was like, I can't do this again. This, what I'm saying, that is a lot of money. It's stressful. You know what I'm saying? Worrying about him, trying to make sure he got everything he got. He better not get locked up again. So, she was just like, she ain't doing that. So Sheree, she already like gearing up to be his CO. Like she already like they might as well just get her a uniform. You know what I'm saying? When she go pick him up, they might as well just give her a CO uniform because she already geared up. She got an itinerary for him. She got a schedule. She got the stuff that he's supposed to be doing. He better do. He better get this done. He better do. You know what I'm saying? XYZ element of P. Like you know what I'm saying? She just ready to be on his ass. And one thing about it is like when these men and women come out of prison, they do not want to feel like they back in prison. You know what I'm saying? They do not want to feel like somebody is on their ass. And another thing is like, I'm not about to be the one that's on your ass. Like, I'm not your CO. You know what you're supposed to do. You know what that paperwork said. You know if when you got out, you want papers. You know if you're not. If you made me promises, you said you was going to do X, Y, and Z. Y, you know what I'm saying? When you got home, as soon as your feet hit the ground, I need to see you running. And if you're not, then you can just go on about your business and I go on about my business. But what I'm not going to do is be putting damn location on your phone, calling you, calling your mama, riding around looking for you, arguing with you, why you ain't do this, that, and other. Listen, you come out and you feel like you missed something because you've been locked up 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years, then go and figure out what you missed and go have that fun. And that's not to say that I will be waiting for you when you was done, but I'm not about to be clocking you, making you do piss tests and you know what I'm saying, and all this other stuff that these women be doing. It'd be wild. It should be wild because that's not. And then so, in some cases they be wondering why the men be like kind of rebelling or whatever because they just came from being locked down, somebody on their ass 24/7, and they come home and you doing the same thing. If they not mature enough, if they haven't changed, just leave it alone. Like what? You ain't getting paid for that, child. So she gearing up for it, like she ready for it. So, like she getting everything together or whatever. But here's the kicker, and this is like where I'm gonna leave it with them two before like I said, just like an introduction. How about her family and friends think that they married and they are not really married? She done lied. The chick done went as far as to do a, um a fake marriage license and certificate. Like, so her family thinks that her and Anthony are married, and they are not married. Why are they not married? Well, they were supposed to get married. Okay. And let me also say that she has a son named Little Richie, and Richie, knows Anthony. They talk or whatever. He knows that Anthony's gonna come out and be living with them, and be like his stepfather. His dad is in his life, and put a pin in that because I'm gonna mention that too. That's something we're gonna get into more in the next review video of it, because they be having so much stuff, won't want to be so many episodes, it'd be like a lot, so we're gonna break it up so that it's not like a 5 hour thing, you know what I'm saying? But that said, I'm hitting on like the good stuff. So they were supposed to get married, but come to find out, like I think a few days or maybe like a week before they're supposed to get married, he finds out, and well, she finds out that he's still legally married to his first wife, so they can't get married. So instead of her just saying, hey, he's still legally married, because he was in prison, I guess, from what she's saying, he say, he thought that he was doing the he filed for the divorce, whatever, and I guess they had a lawyer, whatever. He thought that everything went through, but come to find out, right before it was time for him to marry Sheree, he finds out his divorce had not gone through. But she said that since then the divorce has gone through, and she has the divorce decree in her possession. So, and I hope that ain't a fake one, since your ass is running around here making up marriage licenses and stuff like that. For all we know, Anthony got somebody out there making up fake divorce decrees. I don't put none past nobody, because let me tell you, it'd be too easy to get stuff done. You know what I'm saying? Now it'd be too easy to forge AI stuff. Somebody been done took your whole face and voice. I don't believe it. I got to see it. So that was a situation or whatever. So yeah, he's about to come home or whatever. The family thinks they're married. They are not married, and they're continuing this lie. Anthony don't know why she lied, but she did. So he's backing her up. He's not telling nobody that she's lying about, them still being married. So his mom, her brother, her peoples think that they married, and they're not. Also, she is going to throw him a coming home party or whatever when he gets home. And how about she done invited her son's father, Big Richie, who she know him and Anthony are not cool. Big Richie been talking smack about her being with a convict. So she, being petty, done invited him to the party because she want to show off her relationship with Anthony. But she know Anthony got a problem with Big Richie because he feel like Big Richie not being a father that he's supposed to her son. And the son's father just feel like you messing with a bum convict, you know what I'm saying? So that's not gonna work or whatever. So they ain't friends, they not gearing up to be friends, and she done invited this man to the party. So I can't wait to see what happened. And we talk about what happened, you know what I'm saying, if this man show up to Anthony's coming home party. Because how you playing? And then little Richie, it'd be crazy because the kids in these situations be more mature than and know, you know what I'm saying, have more sense than the parents. Because little Richie was like, I don't think it's a good idea, say that you invited my dad to Anthony's coming home party. And on top of that, why you gonna put Anthony in a position that he might like get into a squabble or something like that with somebody and have to go back to prison, because he might see this man haul off and clock him, you know what I'm saying? So like, why are you playing with people's freedom? Like, that to me was crazy. I did not like when she did that. So like, I was gagged at the fake marriage certificate. I was gagged at her inviting Richie. I cannot with Sheree. Like, Sheree do too much and not enough at the same time. I cannot. So we're gonna, like I said, get back into Anthony and Sheree, but that's like an introduction into their relationship or what have you. Because I got to see what comes of this fakery. This fakery. I got to see what happens with this, you know what I'm saying? And also I gotta see what's gonna happen, you know what I'm saying, when or if, you know what I'm saying, Richie come to that party. Like, she played too much for that. For that, I cannot. Okay. So then we have Andy and Brittany. And Andy used to be an officer, corrections officer, and maybe a regular cop. Either way, he used to be an officer or whatever. And they're in Georgia. So they're picking Brittany up. Brittany's been locked up for 2 years or whatever, on drug charges. She addicted to meth. She been clean because she been in prison. But when she get out, we'll see whatever. So he promised her $1,200, a house, a car, all of this stuff. So they go get her, and her daughter Gracie is 18, about to be 19, and so she, has been through a lot with her mom being addicted and being in prison and all of that other stuff or whatever. And Gracie kind of like a drama queen, and she like one of the people that whine all the time when she talks. I could not stand them people just whining all the damn time, like open your mouth and say what you got to say. And I understand it's trauma and it's a lot that comes with, you know what I'm saying, having a parent that's addicted and has been in and out of prison. Like, it's a lot of trauma that comes with that. And it's a lot of healing that needs to happen. But girl, the way she was acting when they picked Brittany up was just ridiculous. Like, Brittany was trying to get ready so that they could go to her son's birthday party, because Brittany got 4 kids. She don't have custody of near one. Um, but one of them was having a birthday party. So she trying to, take her shower, get dressed, do all of that, go to the birthday party, and Brittany's whining. I'm tired. I didn't sleep last night because we were coming to pick you up, and I just want to be next to you, and I just want to spend time with you. It's like, sis, she just got out 5 minutes ago. You were there to pick her up, okay? You did not sleep because you were anxious about her coming up. We get that. But now you just whining, oh, I just want to spend time with you, because she in the room with old boy Andy, and they trying to get ready. Okay, Andy is there, but y'all all riding together. Y'all all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all doing what y'all do. Like, she right there. Like, chill. Let the woman take a shower and get dressed, because she trying to get to your brother, I think, you know what I'm saying? I think it was her brother birthday party. And you, can I just talk to my mom for a minute? And I cannot stand the whining ass brats. I cannot. So I understand her wanting to be around her mom and all of that. But she was just like being dramatic and making everything about her. And her mom was trying to get to the party. So let's go back to Andy. Andy promised her all of those things. Andy comes and says, hey, I only got 500 of the 1,200 because it was fraud on my account. So, you know what I'm saying? Somebody hit my account, blah, blah, blah. I can only give 500. I'm going to give the other 700 later. So she like, all right. So he done got the cake for the child's party, the gifts, you know what I'm saying? Put them in a bag, all of that type tea, all for, and then they don't ride together to the party. He rides with his son because he got his son with him, that came to support him. His son's a teenager too, probably like 16, so like 17, I guess. So him and his son riding in the car together. Gracie and Brittany are in another car together while they get to the party. How about she waits till they get to the party to tell him he cannot come into the party? He got to stand outside with his son for 2 hours. So, ma'am, I done gave you the money that you gave to your children, the 500 of the 1,200. I done bought your son gifts. I done bought his cake. And you don't even give me the respect of telling me that I can't come into this party and meet your children when that's what the plan was. She just be like she get out, she act like she happy go lucky, but like soon as she got out, she started treating Andy weird. Like I just felt like they was being weird or whatever. So anyway, um, let's see what else is going on with them. Yeah, at first it seemed like she liked him, but then as like the time went on, like she was just changing. And I don't know if she was fiending because she kept saying like, she being triggered, she being triggered, she being triggered, and she felt like using with Andy. And I'm just like, it almost was like, where's this coming from? Because when she first got out, it was like, oh, she's so happy to see him and this, that, and the other. But then like soon as she got that money, dropped that stuff off to her son, and then they was like supposed to be going to the house that he got her in a part, like I could think Rome, Georgia, because that's where she wanted the house to be. So that's where he got the house. She just started being real weird. I don't like. Then she's like, "Oh, he being clingy and he wants to be around me and da da da." So her and Gracie wasn't on, didn't leave on the best terms or whatever. So she says she wants to stay in the part of Georgia that they in another night at a hotel. When the whole plan was pick her up, take her to the kids' party or whatever, and then drive to Rome, which I guess is a little bit away. She want to stay in another night, so she stays another night. Then they get into an argument because Gracie is again being, what I'm saying, a drama queen, and so her mom doesn't want to leave the part of Georgia that they're in while Gracie is upset. And he's like, Gracie's 18, she'll come around. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, we need to go to Rome, Georgia. Like, wow, we already spent an extra night here, which is extra hotel money. Not in the plan. My son is here. Like everybody is kind of like dancing to Gracie's beat, and you letting it. You know what I'm saying? So they get into it over that. And because he says what I know a lot of people was thinking, which was, okay, y'all talking on the phone should be okay, and y'all not that far away from each other. It's not like you know what I'm saying, you 12 hours away. It's okay. Like y'all gonna get to see each other and hang out, but right now we got to get home. You know what I'm saying? Because that stuff be costing money, and then it's like you impeding on other people's time. Y'all had a plan, stick to the plan. I mean, yeah, stuff changes, but she was just being selfish. And then she was like accusing him of being selfish and accusing him of being weird and all this other stuff. And I'm like, nah, sis, you acting weird. And then when they slept in the bed, he like wanted to hold her and stuff. And she like, oh, she was triggered. She didn't want to be held. I said, y'all be cracking me up y'all want all this stuff when y'all locked up, and then when y'all come out, all of a sudden it's like, oh, you're touching, oh, I can't, oh, you triggering me, and whoop de woo. When it's like, nah, like you being weird because you was just in this for somebody to take care of you. You ain't really want the person. Like that's what it was given. That's what it was given. So I'm gonna leave it off at the fact that like they're still in Georgia, in that part of Georgia. I forget what part. Let me see, Hartwell or whatever. I don't know, and trying to figure out what's going on with Gracie. And now Brittany is acting weird towards Andy, and saying he lies and he this and he that, and he's not a real girl dad, and he not this and he's not that like he said he was, because he basically was like, Gracie's being a drama queen, and that was not the plan. We need to get home to Rome. This man got a job, he like it's time to go. It's, I don't know, it's just weird. Like she just just start acting weird all of a sudden. So we're gonna like get back, more into them and see what's going on with them, because I see drama coming between the two of them. So the last couple I'm gonna talk about in this little recap review is Joy Nomi and Red. Okay, so he did 10 years for robbery. They have never met in person. Um, he be having like visit restrictions, she was saying, but come to find out it was other reasons that she didn't come and see him as well. So she feels like she's self-conscious about her looks, because Joy Nomi is I guess like Native American, but she's like she heavier, like what I'm saying, she's a bigger woman or whatever. So she got hesitations about that. And she said she only date online. She's never been in a relationship, and she's never had sex with somebody that she's been in a relationship with. She only be having like one night stands or whatever. And I'm like, okay, she's slinging that thing from the left to the right on the reservation. So she hasn't even talked to Red in a month, but she's supposed to be flying to Missouri from um where's she at? From New Mexico, because she's in New Mexico. He's locked up in Missouri. She's supposed to be flying to Missouri to pick him up. Well, she ain't got no damn money to go get him. So what does she do? She go and she pawns family heirlooms so that she have enough money to go and get this man. Okay, because she's not playing about. She gonna go get her man. All right, she gonna get on that flight and she gonna go get her man. Okay, so she also she has a child that is, mind you, she been with boy for 7 years, right? He been locked up for 10 years. Why she got like a 4 or 5 year old? Yeah, so let's get into that, because that is what blew me. So she cheated on Red while he was, of course, in prison, because he's been locked up for 10 years. So she cheated on him. So she at first is like, okay, I have my son Sway. He looks at Red as his father. His real father doesn't know about him. As the story goes on, you come to find out that it is Sway's father could be one of three men. One of three. So she didn't cheat on her with on Red with one person, not two people, but three people. And it had to be unprotected with all three of them, because she don't know like who Sway dad is. Like she had to line the reservation up and get their mouth swabbed to figure it out. Like I said, oh, she just slang it to the left, slang it to the right. She might as well make her OnlyFans. Like she listen, child, but Red forgave her or what have you, and they still together. And he, he's claiming Sway as his own son. So he's supposed to be getting out and coming to New Mexico, back to New Mexico with her. Now she flies out to Missouri and meets with his mom and his sister. So she meets his family in person or whatever. They've, communicated on the phone and everything in other ways, but they meet in person and they talk and all of that. And the sister, okay, so the sister had a truck, and Joy, which they, he calls her Joy. Joy bought the truck from Red's sister for him to have when he comes home. So they go check the truck out, and when they go get in the truck, sis calls her on it like, "Yo, you cheated on my brother. So what's good? You know what I'm saying? How do I know that you're not gonna cheat on him again? How we know you serious about this, that, and the other?" So her and the sister get into a little, back and forth or what have you, because she like, that's between me and Red. That don't have nothing to do with you. Why sis go in the house and tell the mom? Because the mom didn't know. Like, oh yeah, Joy cheated with three men. Don't know who Sway Daddy is, and I'm trying to see if she really good for my brother. The mom like, wait, what? Like, sis definitely for real. Like just told. Like she said that she gave it up. Like she enjoyed. I'm just sitting there looking crazy. Like yeah. So but the mom, you know what I'm saying, was like, look, that's between her and Red. You know what I'm saying? If he gonna forgive her, he gonna be with her, then he gonna be with her. The sister's like, yeah, well, we gonna see what my brother gonna do, because the question is my brother gonna get out and cheat back to get back at you? And we gonna put a pin in it right there. And on the next review, we gonna talk. Do Red get out and cheat, or do Red get out and say, yeah, no, I forgave you, so it ain't no reason for me to be trying to get even and cheat or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? We good. So we definitely gonna see what type time Red is on when he come out. And also what the family don't know or does not. I don't know if they don't know it, but anyway, he's supposed to be moving to. Oh no, they do talk about it. He is going to be moving to New Mexico from Missouri when he gets out. But baby, that conversation that he has with his family about that moving, that's gonna be something. Like that right there was crazy. So listen, this is just the recap, the little review, you know what I'm saying? So we just like hit the for the couples that we gonna be following, because trust me, they got drama. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Asante. Rieka had to get a private investigator. Real for real. Sway Daddy could be one of three people. What we talking about? You got Sheree over here making up fake like marriage certificates and licenses, like doing too much and not enough, too much and not enough. I'm trying to tell y'all, but one thing they do be is down for they people. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see my little Targaryen goblet and Daenerys 3 eggs right there. Yeah, I told y'all. But anyway, yeah, yo, like I just know that this, like, as we get more into the season, it's just gonna be so crazy. Like, it can't get no less crazy. It already start off crazy, and I know it's like, dang, that wasn't like a lot of crazy. Yo, this, because I've actually watched further into what I did, but it's so many episodes that we're gonna be doing that I was like, we need an introduction to the four main couples that we're gonna be following. You know what I'm saying? So we got Brittany and Ky Rock, we got Sheree and Anthony, or the Sade. Anyway, Anthony. We got Brittany and Andy with their drama, because they stuff gets drama filled. And then we have Asante and Rieka. So those are four we really gonna be honed in on, and we'll mention the other ones that's like thrown in there or whatever. But when I say, and I like I said, I have watched more than what I just gave y'all, but this is just like an introduction so we can keep this video under an hour. Because when we start to like dig into the stuff that they got going on, y'all gonna be like, say who, say what, say huh? Say who, say what, say huh? Whew, when I tell y'all, anyway, let me hop up off of here. But y'all probably gonna see, or this told y'all I'll be back when the hair was done again. So y'all might see this again, because I have to do another review on the series that we're watching, the paranormal supernatural horror thriller series. So I don't know if I'm gonna do that today, because I'm about to go pick Bubs up from school. So I don't know if we're doing that then I gotta make dinner. So I don't know if we're gonna do that today or if I'm gonna do that tomorrow. But we gotta do the one from as well. So we're gonna get into that. So I hope y'all watching from, and y'all go ahead and tune into Love After Lockup. And y'all can start season 1, but season 5 got enough going on that and I'm not gonna go back, you know what I'm saying, and look at the stuff that I missed. Like we starting from here, and we gonna carry it from here. So this is the introduction. Love After Lockup, season 5. They on one big time. So rock with me. Again, I appreciate the over 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate all the views on the videos. Like, comment, share. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Like, comment, share, subscribe. It is free. It don't cost you nothing. Also, I'm taking sponsors. Our last sponsor was Stacks Rolling Papers. And we still rock with them. So Stacks Rolling Papers, $100 bill papers. They burn smooth. Trust me. $100 bills. Yeah. They burn smooth. And they also have, do I still have it up here? Or did I take it back downstairs? We also have their, they got the king size cones. So if you're not a roller, because I'm really not a roller, I roll ugly. And I don't smoke all the time, but I do every once in a while, and I roll so ugly. So when they came out with the cones, I was like, yeah, that's what we need. Yeah, we need the cones. So again, this is sponsored by Stacks. So we are taking sponsors. So just get at me, hit me up, and again, follow me on Instagram at dreamwakework. Follow me on TikTok at AuthorAseera, ASEERA. Follow me on Facebook at AuthorAseera, and I will see y'all at the next review. Grow with me. Bye.